in the application of research results to practical problems in the field of education. The border on the hood is light blue. The doctrine and implementation of research findings to practice in the field of public health. The border on the hood is salmon pink. All 5 hoods are lined with Penn State's colors, blue and white. New doctoral recipients are escorted by members of our graduate faculty, and we are pleased to include them in the ceremony. The variations in the colorful academic regalia of the faculty represented here today denote the many institutions of higher education where our faculty have received their degrees and signal the diverse and impressive
program is way near the end.
아직 안 나왔을 가능성이 있대요. 그게 어쩌면 맨 끝에 나올 가능성이 있어. 아니 박사이기 때문에 제일 나중에 나올 가능성이
박사는 좀 적겠지, 석사보다.
그럼
이제 다 들어왔는데요? 이 앞에 앉는 거 아닐까?
글쎄 아니면 이 앉아서 시험에서
I have cool savings.
이 사람들은 교수님 같아요. 맨 나중에 들어온 사람들은 교수님들.
Good afternoon. For the 386th time, the Pennsylvania State University conducts commencement exercises. All are in their places. While this day is one of joy and celebration, the commencement ceremony itself calls for dignity and decorum. This day is one of the great days of a lifetime for our graduates, their families, and friends. Therefore, we request everyone's cooperation in according the ceremony the quiet respect it deserves. These exercises for 2017 summer session are hereby called to order.
In 1995, I was not able to attend my graduation ceremony for a host of personal reasons, so this commencement today feels like my own graduation as well. At that time, it never occurred to me that my journey would take me from completing a doctoral degree in agricultural economics at Penn State to a career in academia in 3 major universities, spanning more than 3 decades, and culminating now with the presidency at St. John's University, a Catholic and Vincentian institution in.
Thank you, Dr. Barron. Good afternoon. Not too bad. You got a little better than I did. Well, it's my privilege to be here today, representing the board of...
Please be seated. As I said, very enthusiastic. All right, we now turn...
Escorted by Professor Bradley Paul Lively. Dr. Nicole Marie Benevento, escorted by Professor John Lipsky. Dr. Christopher Ciampi, escorted by Professor John Lipsky. Dr. Kelsey Marie Chosnes, escorted by Professor Philip Reno. Dr. Eleanor Louise Gilmore Schiff, escorted by Professor David Lynn Lowry. Dr. Anne-Marie Whitesell, escorted by Professor David Lowry. Dr. Michael R. Kenwick, escorted by Professor David Lowry. Dr. Xiaohai Shen, escorted by Professor Margaret Clifford Marshall. Dr. Oleski Fostanov, escorted by Professor Robert Clifford Marshall. Dr. Wang Xiang, escorted by Professor Robert Clifford Marshall. Dr. Xiaolu Zhou, escorted by Professor Robert Clifford Marshall. Dr. Bulat Gafarov, escorted by Professor Robert Clifford Marshall. Dr. Patricia Lynn Shem, escorted by Professor Carrie Neal Jackson. Dr. Li Pao, escorted by Professor Samuel Frederick. Dr. Kyler James Sherman Wilkins, escorted by Professor David Johnson. Dr. Wade Clinton Jacobson, escorted by Professor David R. Johnson. Dr. Julia Laskorunske, escorted by Professor Jeffrey Todd Ulmer. Dr. Anne Delizio Parson, escorted by Professor Nancy Luke. Dr. Sarah Elizabeth Patterson, escorted by Professor Molly Martin. Dr. Yono Kim, escorted by Professor Molly Martin. Dr. Corey Paul Garris, escorted by Professor Michelle Jean Kennerly. Dr. Kyle R. King, by Professor Sarah B. McClure. Dr. Eric Ross Drydall, escorted by Professor Kenneth Gale Hirth. Receiving degrees in the doctoral degrees in the College of Nursing are Dr. Barbara Ann Guriel, escorted by Professor Lisa Ann Kitko. Dr. Alexa Justine Wetach, escorted by Professor Amy M. Sawyer. Dr. Yunju Yang, escorted by Professor Amy M. Sawyer. Receiving doctoral degrees in the Everly College of Science are Dr. Christopher Allen Rumble, escorted by Professor Mark Marancelli. Dr. Kimberly Michelle Starr Cartier, escorted by Professor Jason Thomas Wright. Dr. John Jacob Prado, escorted by Professor John Severin Ryman.
Certification, Dr. Shipley.
Thank you, Dr. Barron, and congratulations to all the graduates today. The Penn State Alumni Association celebrates your successes and welcomes you into the proud network of Penn Staters. Today, you join more than 673,000 other successful Penn State alumni who are making a difference in their communities and in their professions. Your Alumni Association is powered by pride. More than 174,000 alumni and friends just like you keep their connection to our world-class university strong through membership in the Penn State Alumni Association. Today, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I am very honored to share our graduation gift with you and that is a free one-year membership in the Penn State Alumni Association. Your membership keeps you in touch with Penn Staters and connects you with more than 300 geographically dispersed alumni chapters, groups, or societies. No matter where you live, what you studied, or which campus.
Dr. Alexa Justine Wojtacz, escorted by Professor Amy M. Sawyer. Dr. Yunju Yang, escorted by Professor Amy M. Sawyer. Receiving doctoral degrees in the Everly College of Science are Dr. Christopher Allen Rumble, escorted by Professor Mark Maroncelli. Dr. Kimberly Michelle Starr, Cartier, escorted by Professor Jason Thomas Wright. Dr. John Jacob Prado, escorted by Professor Jan Severin Ryman. Dr. Jing Li, escorted by Professor Jun Xu. Dr. Bias Philippine Bonga, escorted by Professor Abhay Ashikar.